Welcome everyone to Pod Cast. How are you everyone? So let's start with the Taylor Swift effect, how one artist took over the world. Today we're diving deep into a phenomenon that truly feels inescapable. Turn on the TV or radio, scroll social media, listen to talk on the street, and there she is. Taylor Swift is undeniably the biggest thing in the entertainment industry right now.
Absolutely, Max. Her presence is pervasive. Media outlets declared that in 2023, she had officially taken over every aspect of popular culture, solidifying her status as one of the most prominent celebrities of the 21st century. It's more than just fame. It's a profound cultural saturation.
And that brings us to the very title of our podcast, the Taylor Swift effect. It's a term that's become shorthand for her collective influence across music, artistry, performances, image, politics, fashion, ideas, and actions. It's a broader network effect that amplifies and extends the reach of her discography and cultural influence far beyond what we typically see from an artist.
Indeed, she's increasingly described as an economic force of nature and a transformative creator advocate. What's fascinating is how this pervasive fame has been achieved in our hyper-connected world. Her inescapable presence has been likened to a social contagion, benefiting immensely from the 24-hour global connectedness where information and cultural phenomena spread at lightning speed. This suggests that modern celebrity success is deeply intertwined with digital infrastructure, allowing her influence to be amplified and disseminated unprecedentedly, making her a compelling case study for how fame operates in the 21st century.
It truly is remarkable. When you look at her career trajectory, she started in country music in 2006 with her self-titled debut, then ventured into pop with albums like 1989 in 2014, and later explored alternative rock and indie folk with Folklore and Evermore in 2020, effectively blurring music genre boundaries.
And the results speak for themselves. She's not just an artist, she's a titan. As of 2024, she's the richest female musician and the first billionaire in history, with music as her primary source of income, estimated at $1.6 billion. She was also the highest-selling recording artist globally in 2024 for a record fifth time. Bloomberg Businessweek even dubbed her the music industry. This isn't just an honorific. It points to a fundamental shift where an individual artist can exert systemic influence through sheer economic and cultural leverage. It indicates a new paradigm where artist entrepreneurs can challenge and reshape established structures, moving beyond simply being successful within the system to change the system actively.
Her unparalleled songwriting is at the core of Taylor Swift's global dominance. Her exceptional skills allow her to resonate deeply with listeners. She masterfully uses descriptive imagery, metaphors, and symbols to evoke overwhelming emotion, with Cardigan being a prime example of this narrative depth.
What sets her apart is how personal her songwriting feels. Her lyrics are drawn directly from diary entries, making her songs incredibly heartfelt and personal. This consistent honesty and relatability is more than just a creative choice. It's a strategic asset. She cultivates trust and keeps fans deeply invested in her artistic evolution by sharing raw emotions and personal milestones. This demonstrates how perceived authenticity can be a powerful driver of long-term engagement and brand loyalty, turning personal vulnerability into a significant competitive advantage.
Her commitment to authenticity, narrating her own stories rather than relying on broad, impersonal themes, has solidified her loyal following and truly sets her apart from her contemporaries. She also uses storytelling to address broader cultural issues, such as gender inequality, as seen in her song The Man. Beyond the direct lyrics, her strategic use of Easter eggs, cryptic hints embedded across social media, interviews, and merchandise, transforms passive listeners into active participants. This approach, akin to Umberto Eco's concept of the open work, where the artist scatters clues for the audience to piece together, shifts the artist-audience dynamic. It fosters a sense of shared discovery and community, making the fandom a self-sustaining engine of the Taylor Swift effect by deepening engagement and creating a powerful sense of belonging among fans. It's not just about consuming her music, but actively participating in the unfolding narrative of her world.
Her musical shape-shifting is another key to her longevity. She began with country roots, incorporated rock elements on Speak Now, explored electronic sounds on Red, and fully transitioned to synth-pop in 1989. Later, she ventured into hip-hop and R&B with Reputation. She surprised everyone with indie folk albums like Folklore and Evermore before returning to minimalist synth-pop with Midnights and the Tortured Poets Department.
Critics consistently describe her as a cultural quintessence because of this rare combination of chart success, critical acclaim, and intense fan support, all underpinned by her versatile musicality. This continuous genre evolution is not merely an artistic whim, it's a deliberate, calculated reinvention. This strategy demonstrates that sustained relevance in a fast-changing industry demands constant adaptation and a willingness to pivot and improve. By embracing new sounds and styles, she keeps her existing fan base engaged and effectively taps into previously unexplored markets, showcasing a powerful business principle, diversifying one's creative output to ensure long-term success and broader appeal.
Her rise to global superstardom might seem meteoric, but it's important to remember that her overnight success is the culmination of a 20-year career marked by relentless hard work and sacrifice. She consciously aligns with definitions of success that resonate with older generations, like the boomer work ethic, even being named Time Magazine's Artist of the Decade. This allows her to transcend generational divides by embodying traditional values of diligence and perseverance while appealing to younger demographics through her relatable narratives and modern engagement strategies. This intergenerational appeal is a significant factor in her widespread dominance.
Her influence extends directly to a new generation of artists. She has profoundly impacted contemporary musicians like Phoebe Bridgers, Gracie Abrams, Maisie Peters, Conan Gray, and Olivia Rodrigo. We see direct examples of this. Conan Gray mentioned how Swift's early song Teardrops on My Guitar influenced his songwriting. And Olivia Rodrigo, a 3-time Grammy winner, openly credits Swift as her biggest inspiration. Rodrigo even gave Swift writing credits and a substantial royalty payout for her song One Step Forward, Three Steps Back, due to its piano backing similarity to Swift's New Year's Day.
This is a powerful testament to her legacy. Gen Z artists grew up listening to Swift, and her music not only influenced their musical taste, but also gave them the confidence to write about experiences that might have been considered taboo before. Her approach has truly pioneered an era of storytelling through songwriting. Swift isn't just inspiring new artists, she's actively shaping their approach to songwriting and influencing industry practices. Olivia Rodrigo's royalty payout for a shared musical element highlights a tangible impact on how artists acknowledge influence and creative ownership. This suggests that Swift's meticulous control over her masters and intellectual property has set a precedent, empowering younger artists to think more critically about their rights and the value of their creative work. She's not just a role model, but a catalyst for systemic change in artist compensation and recognition within the industry.
Beyond her artistry, Taylor Swift is an economic powerhouse. Swiftonomics and T-Swift Lift have been coined to describe her profound financial impact.
The scale of this impact is truly staggering. The Eras Tour alone generated over $9 billion globally, with an estimated average economic boost of $462 million for each country she visited. It's projected to create up to $5 billion in economic impact, a figure larger than the GDP of 50 countries.
We've seen this play out in cities and countries worldwide. The United States, for instance, experienced a $4.3 billion boost from the first leg of the tour, with an additional $680 million from the second leg. The Federal Reserve even credited Swift with boosting the overall U.S. economy. The United Kingdom saw a significant GDP growth of $1.26 billion, and Australia reported over $500 million, with Melbourne alone generating an estimated $780 million in economic value. Despite a smaller proportion of English speakers, Japan reported growth equivalent to $230 million, surpassing major European economies like France and Germany.
And closer to home, Toronto's 6 shows in November 2024 generated an estimated $282 million in total economic impact, a remarkable achievement during a period that would typically be softer for tourism. In Singapore, her 6 sold-out concerts are expected to increase the country's GDP by 0.2%, approximately $200 million, and cause a staggering 380% increase in travel compared to the first quarter outlook.
This economic ripple effect is driven by increased spending on hotels, restaurants, taxis, food and beverage vendors, retail, and public transport. Fans, often called Swifties, spent over $1,300 on average on tickets, travel, and concert attire. The tour's economic impact has even been compared to traditional tourism drivers like the Super Bowl and the Olympics, highlighting its unprecedented scale.
This significant economic impact is deeply connected to the experience economy and post-pandemic consumer behavior. The surge in spending is explicitly linked to pent-up demand following the pandemic, as consumers are eager to splash out on fresh experiences like live entertainment and travel. This indicates that Swift's success is not just about her popularity, but her unique ability to tap into a broader societal trend towards experiential consumption. Her concerts are not just shows, they are cultural events that drive massive spending on related activities, underscoring the power of live events in stimulating local economies in the post-pandemic era.
And it's primarily fueled by the Swiftie demographic. These fans are described as an extreme version of the willing consumer, mainly younger millennials and Gen Zs who saved during the pandemic and were ready to spend time seeing her live. Their intense loyalty translates directly into significant discretionary spending, making them a unique economic force. Understanding and cultivating such a dedicated fan base can create a powerful, almost recession-proof consumer base for artists and brands, demonstrating the profound economic leverage of a highly engaged community.
One of her most significant business decisions and a true industry disruption was her project to re-record her first 6 albums. This began in 2019 after her master recordings were sold without her consent. Her goal was clear: to reclaim ownership of her music and devalue the original master recordings.
And it has been incredibly successful. The re-recorded versions outperformed the originals by a landslide, propelling her to unprecedented levels of stardom. This bold move was a turning point in the industry. Her success has forced record labels to reevaluate their standard recording contracts, with some now demanding new artists wait unprecedented amounts of time before re-recording their music. It has also significantly increased awareness of creative ownership when it comes to masters and intellectual property across the industry. This suggests that her actions have created a new legal and economic framework within the music industry, shifting power dynamics towards artists and setting a benchmark for creative control. It's a real-world case study of how individual leverage can drive systemic legal and business reform.
However, it's not without its critical perspectives. Some fans have expressed a cooling of the initial momentum, with the prolonged release schedule making the re-recordings feel more like a capitalist moneymaker designed to maximize profits rather than solely a passion project about reclaiming her work. This highlights a delicate balance in fan engagement strategies. While building anticipation is crucial, overextending a project initially framed as a personal endeavor can lead to cynicism and diminished emotional investment, even for a fiercely loyal fan base. It underscores the challenge of maintaining authenticity and fan trust when business motives become too apparent.
Beyond her core music and re-recordings, Swift has diversified her empire extensively. Her ventures include film with Miss Americana, All Too Well, the short film, and the Eras Tour concert film, which became the highest-grossing concert film ever. She also has a significant merchandising arm and a substantial real estate portfolio.
Her strategic brand partnerships are a testament to her business acumen. She's landed lucrative endorsement deals with major global brands like Coca-Cola, Keds, Apple Music, Capital One, CoverGirl, AT&T, Target, and Sony Electronics. These deals boost her personal fortune and reinforce her brand's ubiquity across various industries. Her empire extends far beyond music sales. It includes film, real estate, and extensive brand partnerships. Her direct involvement in directing music videos and her significant investment in her tour staff, including $55 million in bonuses to Eras tour staff, demonstrate a hands-on entrepreneurial approach. This suggests that modern artists, especially those at Swift's level, operate less as traditional performers and more as CEOs of multifaceted enterprises, meticulously controlling their brands, diversifying revenue streams, and strategically leveraging their influence across various sectors. This is a model for building a sustainable and resilient career in the volatile entertainment industry.
Her influence extends into fashion, where her wardrobe choices frequently spark trends, and she's collaborated with designers like Stella McCartney on sustainable fashion lines. Her partnerships with diverse brands are not random. They are strategic moves to expand her audience and modernize her brand. This indicates that her influence is not confined to one industry, but creates a synergistic effect where her presence in one domain, like attending NFL games to support Travis Kelce, boosts visibility and sales in another, such as Kelce jersey sales and Super Bowl viewership. This highlights the power of a highly ubiquitous personal brand to generate value and engagement across seemingly disparate sectors, demonstrating a sophisticated understanding of cross-promotional marketing.
The deep loyalty of Taylor Swift's fan base, affectionately known as Swifties, is a cornerstone of her success. This loyalty isn't just about the music. It stems from the profound emotional bonds she has cultivated over the years. Her authentic portrayal of herself and her storytelling create a strong sense of community and belonging among her fans.
This intense connection can be understood through parasocial relationships, a one-sided connection where fans feel an intimate bond with a celebrity despite never having met them. Swift masterfully provides an abundance of these parasocial interactions, particularly through her famous Easter eggs, which significantly strengthen these bonds.
Fans engage in these relationships because of a fundamental human desire to belong and to feel seen, heard, and valued. Her unfiltered vulnerability allows her to connect with her fans in uniquely profound ways, making them feel personally understood. While the term cult is sometimes used by critics to describe the intense devotion of Swifties, the fiercely loyal nature of her band base points to a level of engagement that goes beyond typical fandom. The discussion of parasocial relationships suggests that Swift has leveraged digital platforms to create an illusion of intimacy and personal connection, fulfilling a human need for belonging. This indicates that modern celebrity success is increasingly built on cultivating deep, emotionally resonant, albeit one-sided, relationships with fans, blurring the lines between artist and friend. The Swiftie phenomenon is a prime example of how digital tools can amplify and monetize human psychological needs for connection.
Swift is a master of gamifying engagement and rewarding participation. She embeds hidden messages and Easter eggs in her lyrics, music videos, social media posts, and merchandise. This encourages fans to decipher these puzzles, involving them deeply and actively in storytelling. This extensive use of puzzles transforms passive consumption into an interactive game. By turning content into a challenge, Swift taps into human curiosity and the desire for reward, creating a continuous feedback loop of engagement. This gamified approach keeps her in the public discourse even without new music and fosters a sense of collective achievement among Swifties, deepening their bond with the brand and each other.
Her direct fan engagement has been legendary. She used to host secret sessions and exclusive listening events, inviting fans to hear her music before public release, giving them a unique behind-the-scenes glimpse into her creative world. She has also surprised fans with handwritten notes, personalized gifts, and even financial support in extraordinary circumstances. While some fans lament the phasing out of secret sessions due to safety concerns and the complexities of parasocial issues, her current methods still create a powerful feeling of personal connection. This suggests that maintaining fan loyalty requires a dynamic approach to intimacy, balancing accessibility with personal boundaries and leveraging digital tools to scale perceived personal connections.
Her strategic use of social media is equally impressive. Instagram is central to her campaigns, where she creates immersive visual narratives with custom AR filters and vibrant graphics. On TikTok, she blends spontaneity with behind-the-scenes content, participating in viral challenges and creating relatable videos. Meanwhile, Twitter serves as a real-time engagement platform where she voices opinions on political or cultural issues with precision.
A prime example of fan-driven engagement is the phenomenon of friendship bracelets, which was spurred by a single lyric from her music. This initiative connects her fans and further builds her brand.
The Swiftie fan base is more than just a collection of individuals. It's a formidable cultural force. They are devoted fans who are highly engaged with her music and brand and actively support and promote her work.
Their characteristics paint a clear picture. They are pop culture enthusiasts, highly social media savvy, community-oriented, conscious of fashion and lifestyle trends, appreciate humor, are politically engaged, and consider themselves global citizens. Their community-building efforts are evident on platforms like Reddit, where niche subreddits demonstrate a strong sense of shared identity and love for Taylor Swift. Swifties are not just consumers, but active participants, promoters, and community builders. Their collective theory of crafting and fandom and the creation of user-generated content indicate that the fan base itself acts as a powerful decentralized marketing and influence network. This suggests that the Taylor Swift effect is significantly amplified by her community's self-organizing, highly engaged nature, turning passive consumption into active advocacy and content creation.
Their collective power is undeniable. A single tweet from Swift led to over 35,000 voter registrations in 2023. And her highly publicized relationship with Travis Kelce dramatically boosted NFL viewership and jersey sales. Swifty's detailed profile reveals a digitally savvy, community-oriented, politically engaged demographic interested in pop culture, fashion, and social issues. This suggests that the Swiftie identity is more than just liking an artist. It reflects modern digital citizenship, where fandom intertwines with personal identity, social activism, and online community participation. Understanding the Swiftie phenomenon offers valuable insights into the evolving nature of digital identities and collective behavior in the Internet age.
Taylor Swift's political voice has evolved significantly over her career. Initially, she maintained an apolitical stance, partly due to the controversy faced by the Dixie Chicks in 2003. However, after the 2016 U.S. election, she openly revealed her political leanings, endorsing Democratic candidates in her home state of Tennessee via a highly publicized Instagram post.
She is now a vocal advocate for various social issues, including gender equality, LGBTQ+ rights, and gun control, and has openly criticized racism, white supremacy, sexism, homophobia, and police brutality.
Her political impact has been measurable and substantial. A single Instagram post from Swift led to over 337,000 visits to vote.gov and contributed to over 400,000 new voter registrations or status checks. She endorsed Kamala Harris for president in the 2024 election, and her influence has even inspired various legislations collectively dubbed the Taylor Swift effect in political circles. Beyond politics, her philanthropy includes significant donations to food banks during her Eras tour, setting a powerful example of how influence can be used for good.
Swift's Instagram post directly led to hundreds of thousands of voter registrations, demonstrating celebrity endorsements' immense power as a direct political mobilization tool. This indicates that influential figures in a fragmented media landscape can bypass traditional political channels to directly activate large segments of the population, particularly younger demographics. This highlights a new frontier in political campaigning and civic engagement, where cultural icons wield significant, measurable influence on democratic processes. What's particularly interesting is her position as a unifying entity in a highly polarized landscape. Despite being left-aligned, a portion of the right wing still, quote, covet her, suggesting she could potentially help bridge the political divide in the U.S. This points to a unique position in a highly polarized society. While she takes clear stances, her broader cultural appeal and status as an anomalous American cultural icon allow her to resonate across ideological lines, suggesting that cultural phenomena can sometimes transcend political divides, even temporarily, by drawing diverse demographics to a shared experience or figure.
Swift is regarded as a cultural quintessence and an inescapable figure. Journalists frequently associate her fame with Americanism, calling her career a quintessential American success story. She's seen as telling the stories of American millennials through her songs.
This reinforces her role as a social contagion, benefiting from the continuous 24-hour global connectedness that allows everyone to know what everyone else is thinking and doing. Her career is frequently called a quintessential American success story. She's described as embodying love, diligence, and feminism. This suggests that Swift has become a modern embodiment of the American dream, updated for the digital age. Her narrative of hard work, resilience, and reclaiming ownership resonates with traditional values, while her progressive social stances and entrepreneurial spirit appeal to contemporary ideals. This indicates she functions as a powerful cultural mirror, reflecting and shaping national identity in a complex, evolving way.
Her cultural impact is so profound that she has become a significant subject of academic research, media studies, and cultural analysis. Universities like NYU, Harvard, and Stanford now offer courses on her, and scholars analyze her through lenses of optimism, feminism, capitalism, and internet culture. The proliferation of academic courses and conferences on Taylor Swift signals a significant shift in academia. This is not just a fleeting trend, it's a recognition that popular culture figures like Swift are rich subjects for rigorous study, allowing exploration of complex topics like capitalism, gender, internet culture, and even international law. This suggests a broader reevaluation of what constitutes serious knowledge and whose ideas are valid, demonstrating how contemporary phenomena can provide kairotic opportunities for academic relevance and evolution.
When we consider her global reach, it presents an interesting comparison to other iconic artists. While some argue her success isn't on the same level in continental Europe compared to the US, the data provides a more nuanced picture.
For instance, Michael Jackson remains arguably the most global artist in the world, with significantly more language translations for his Wikipedia page, 260 versus Swift's 136, indicating a deeper penetration into diverse linguistic and cultural groups. Beyoncé, another contemporary icon, leads Swift in European and African languages, while Swift demonstrates a more substantial presence in Asian languages. The data shows Swift is the most prominent international artist across Asia, dominating markets like Vietnam, Taiwan, Pakistan, India, and the Philippines. Conversely, her weakest markets appear to be parts of Europe, including France, Italy, Germany, Spain, and Latin America.
The data on Swift's global reach reveals a distinct pattern: immense strength in Asia and English-speaking countries, but comparatively weaker performance in parts of Europe and Latin America, unlike older global icons like Michael Jackson or even contemporary artists like Beyoncé. This indicates a shifting landscape of global music consumption, where different artists achieve dominance in specific regional blocks. It suggests that taking over the world in the 21st century might not mean universal penetration, but hyperdominance in specific, often digitally connected regions.
One potential explanation for her comparatively weaker performance in specific non-English-speaking markets is that her music is highly lyric-driven. While this is a strength for English speakers who connect deeply with her storytelling, it could be a subtle barrier to broader non-English-speaking global saturation. This suggests a potential trade-off between deeply personal narrative songwriting and universal rhythm and melody-driven appeal, highlighting a challenge for artists aiming for truly borderless dominance.
No artist reaches Taylor Swift's level of fame without attracting criticism. Common complaints include that her music always sounds the same, that she sings exclusively about her ex-boyfriends, or that her fame is simply due to being white and pretty. Her squeaky clean image is often attacked as fake, and her private jet trips have drawn criticism for their environmental impact. More recently, some on the political right have even claimed she's ruining American football due to her relationship with Travis Kelce.
Academic critiques add further layers. Some analyses describe her persona as S&M melodrama and masochistic, while others suggest her music is sometimes seen as the least important aspect of her appeal. Her persona is also viewed as something insanely projected upon, leading to the public deifying or demonizing her. The idea that her persona is insanely projected upon and that her lyrics are torn apart by her fans for clues as to her true self suggests that the very open work strategy that fosters deep fan engagement also creates a fertile ground for misinterpretation, intense polarization, and even the burden of infinite interpretation. This indicates that while ambiguity can be a powerful marketing tool, it makes the artist vulnerable to extreme, often contradictory public narratives and accusations.
However, these criticisms often overlook crucial nuances. Her songwriting about ex-boyfriends, for example, can be seen as turning the tables, making men into muses, offering a new, honest form of female self-determination that resonates with millions. Furthermore, her actions often speak louder than her public image. She's a union member, her staff is well paid with significant bonuses, she regularly donates to social causes, and she supports the LGBTQ community. These actions demonstrate an authenticity often missing in today's culture industry. The discussion of her squeaky clean image and her self-conscious desire to be perceived as a perfectly good girl while simultaneously exploring S&M melodrama in lyrics and explicit struggles with anorexia suggests a complex deconstruction of the traditional good girl archetype. This indicates that Swift's persona, intentionally or not, reflects the internal contradictions and pressures women face in the public eye, turning her struggles into a relatable, albeit sometimes uncomfortable narrative for her audience. Ultimately, critics describe her as a cultural vitality whose consistent popularity has surpassed that of older rock icons who struggled to maintain significance far into their careers.
The secret to her sustained relevance and adaptability lies in several strategic behaviors. Her continuous musical shapeshifting and reinvention across genres have been a key factor.
She employs a fan-first approach, treating her fans with the same care and engagement a startup founder shows their customers. This customer-centric philosophy has built an incredibly loyal base.
Her creative resilience is also remarkable. She consistently turns public setbacks, like the Masters dispute, or even a Grammy snub, into creative fuel and artistic triumph. Her ability to channel conflict into artistic triumph and turn setbacks into success is a personal trait and a fundamental business strategy. This suggests that sustained success in a high-stakes, public-facing industry requires exceptional resilience and the capacity to pivot and adapt narratives in the face of adversity strategically. Her career demonstrates that overcoming public challenges can catalyze creative output and deepen fan loyalty.
Her artistic independence and mastery of brand control, particularly through her re-recordings, have solidified her position as a formidable businesswoman.
Her digital innovation is undeniable, leveraging technology for everything from surprise album drops to intricate social engagement campaigns. One analysis even points to maintaining productive paranoia as a secret to her long-term success.
This implies a constant vigilance and strategic foresight, never resting on past laurels. Her continuous reinvention, meticulous fan engagement, and proactive business decisions are driven by an underlying awareness of the competitive landscape and the need to constantly innovate and secure her position, rather than simply reacting to trends.
What does taking over the world mean for her enduring legacy? It means unprecedented commercial success across every metric: album sales, digital sales, streaming, airplay, vinyl sales, record charts, and touring.
She has driven the evolution of music distribution, perception, and consumption across 3 decades, the 2000s, 2010s, and 2020s. Her efforts have prompted reforms to recording, streaming, and distribution structures for greater artists' rights, increased awareness of creative ownership, and even led the vinyl revival.
Her impact is so significant that she is now a subject of academic study, with the adjective Swiftian being coined to describe works reminiscent or derivative of hers. Her ability to remain culturally significant far into her career, unlike some legendary artists who struggled to maintain such widespread relevance, is a testament to her unique trajectory.
The sheer breadth of her impact, economic, cultural, political, and industry-wide, suggests that the Taylor Swift effect is more than just her success. It's a blueprint for how modern celebrity can achieve unprecedented global dominance. This indicates that her career offers valuable lessons for understanding the intersection of artistry, business acumen, fan psychology, and social influence in the 21st century, making her a unique case study for various disciplines beyond music.
While she is currently a cultural quintessence, the critiques around re-recording fatigue and the intensity of her parasocial relationships point to potential challenges to long-term sustainability. This suggests that maintaining such an all-encompassing level of influence requires constant innovation, careful management of fan expectations, and navigating the fine line between authenticity and strategic calculation, hinting at the immense pressure and potential pitfalls of being a global phenomenon.
As we wrap up this deep dive, it's clear that Taylor Swift represents a unique blend of artistic genius, shrewd business acumen, and unparalleled cultural power. She has seamlessly integrated these facets, creating a phenomenon transcending traditional celebrity.
Her unprecedented impact has truly redefined what it means for an artist to take over the world in the digital age. Her influence is multidimensional and profound, from reshaping industry norms around artist ownership to mobilizing a dedicated fan base into an economic and political force.
Looking to the future, the Taylor Swift effect offers invaluable lessons. Other artists can learn from her strategic reinvention and fan-first approach. Businesses can study her mastery of brand control, diversification, and leveraging digital platforms for engagement. And even social movements can draw insights from her ability to mobilize large populations for civic action.
Her enduring legacy will undoubtedly be analyzed for decades, not just for her music, but as a living case study of modern global influence. The ongoing evolution of her impact will continue to shape the entertainment industry and popular culture in ways we are only just beginning to fully comprehend.
And that's a wrap on today's Blockbuster Debate. If you loved it, smash that like button, subscribe, follow us at PodWeCast for bonus clips, and catch us next time on PodWeCast.